Hello, first grade families. My name is Kate Wardrip, and I will be your child's first grade teacher this year. This is our first grade team. This is myself here on the right. Mrs. Sarah Jacob is in the middle, and Mrs. Alex Putnam is to the left. We've been working together a couple of years now, and I look forward to a great year with our team. And we really enjoy getting to know all of the first graders and working with all of you. Let's get started. This is just a little bit more information about myself. I've been here at Old Sawmill for 21 years. I started in 2001 with a couple of years teaching in Kentucky. I went to the University of Louisville in Louisville, Kentucky, and I also taught there for a few years. And I have a master's of education and a administrative's principal license K to 12 from Miami University. I do live in Dublin with my husband Robert. Sons Nathan and Kyle are both high school students, and our dog Jarvis. My oldest son, as you're aware, is now at the Miami University this fall. So here's our family here this summer. I also enjoy spending time traveling with my family, listening to podcasts, and going to see movies as well. This is the best and easiest way to get a hold of me is usually by email. If anything is urgent, please call the office at the above number here, or you may also leave a voicemail. It's just hard for me to check those during the uh, teaching day. The OSE folder that's coming home is our primary way of communicating back and forth. And I will also try to send my weekly update. I'm hoping to be better with that this year, but at least by Sunday afternoon. So you have kind of the plan for the week. If you have not been receiving my emails, please let me know and I will make sure to get that out to you. First grade classrooms do use volunteers for quite a few things. You can help us out from home by cutting and filing and that sort of thing. We also will be getting volunteers set up to work in the classroom with students or just to support us. So you do need a background check on file. These last for 5 years, and there's a link here that you can click on that if you need to update your background check. And also, if you were interested in volunteering with first grade, please fill out this Google form, and we will be setting up a schedule as soon as we can. Sometimes you'll be helping students from my class. Sometimes we have you work with students in the other classrooms too. So, whatever you're comfortable with, we will definitely use your help. Just to go over a few classroom procedures and expectations, please hold on to this slideshow, or I'll send you a copy of the slideshow as well so that you have it for any future questions. Attendance, the attendance email and attendance phone number is listed here. Please let us know if your child is going to be absent. If they have not heard from you in the office, a reminder call will be sent out so that we can assure that everyone knows where your child is. So hopefully we won't have too many illnesses, but if you do need to be out, please call and let the office know or send a message. You might notice some of these friends in the picture. When we arrive at school, the first bell rings at 9. The tardy bell rings at 9:10. Students would have the opportunity to stop for breakfast, so don't forget if your child needs to eat a quick breakfast, that will be available. Um, at the start of school. And then we have some time in the classroom in the beginning of the day just to socialize, create, kind of ease into the classroom. So these are some of our classmates here getting ready to try out some of our morning bins. Dismissal, we are making sure everyone is getting into the routine of dismissal. Students will begin dismissing at 3:35. Car riders will be picked up at the back gym doors. Walkers, bike riders will go to door 9 by the kindergarten playground, and the buses and daycare buses will be dismissed. Uh, we we know that dismissal can be kind of challenging at times for some, so please make sure we are aware of any changes in dismissal. I cannot let a child leave a different way without a note or message communicated with the office so that we can be sure they are going home the correct way. So please make sure they are aware, and also if you need to make any changes, to call the office so that they can let me know. Birthdays, we have had several birthdays already in August and a few coming up. Uh, Remember, no food is allowed to be brought in for birthdays, but we welcome a new classroom book, or a classroom recess game is always nice. Sometimes people like to do little party bags with small items. Um, and I also like to celebrate birthdays in a special way. So we will celebrate your child and sing to your child. So don't feel like you have to send something in for birthdays. That's not an expected thing, but they do enjoy celebrating their big day. Summer birthdays, we will also find days during the year to celebrate their birthdays as well. Our positive behavior at Old Sawmill is with our being respectful and positive and responsible. The students love getting good choice slips where they are acknowledged on the morning announcements, and sometimes even earn a little extra prize. But I also do lots of behavior that helps everyone to succeed and really become a classroom family. So lots of positive. If there are any issues or behavior that I need to talk to you about with your child, we can certainly talk at any time. But so far, they've been wonderful and are trying to help each other, and I think we're off to a great start. We do scholastic book orders. I try to do them once a month. Sometimes it's more like twice or every other month. But you're welcome to go online. Our first order is due by the end of September, and the links are here for you to shop our class page. And I appreciate all the books that you're able to order for home, because that does help us uh, receive books for the classroom as well. Our grading system in Dublin City Schools in the primary grades uses AC, PR, and LP. These are for overall um, grades, performances. Most things paper wise would have a smiley face, or please finish up at home, or something along those lines. If it's something that your child is having trouble with, I will talk with you and either leave you a note or an email about how they might need some support with a certain standard. But if you ever see AC, PR, LP, that is what that is about. And we also use those type grades in our progress book. Portfolios, the students will have portfolios that stay here at school. that we will add to reading, writing, math, just to see how the progress is from the beginning of the year until the end of the year. And those are always great to look at conferences to see how they're progressing. This little graphic shows why it's so important that we ask for you to read with your child every night. It can look differently. Sometimes you might be doing the reading to them. Sometimes they will be practicing something that they need to work on. But this graphic just kind of shows how much students are able to learn over the course of their reading career by the end of sixth grade, kindergarten to sixth grade, and how many words, vocabulary, just overall growth that reading is just so essential for all of their learning. And like the previous slide, most of our homework in first grade is reading, and reading that 20 minutes a day. A little bit later, we will be starting some book baggy books where the students will be picking some books out at their independent level so that they can practice at home and read with you and read to you. And they may have some other things as the year goes on, like their all about me bag, just small things. If it's ever too much, you can let me know you weren't able to do it, or if you needed more time. Our PTO, some of you are already members, so thank you very much. And the PTO helps our families so much. These are just some of the things they take care of for us. Our Scholastic News magazine, COSI on Wheels, they support the students and staff in so many ways. So please, join our PTO if you're able to, and all are welcome at any of the meetings. We've talked a little bit about the folders. That's our main way of coming back and forth each day, and that students are responsible to show that to me on a daily basis. Sometimes there may not be anything to go home, but if we can just have them in the routine of keeping it in their backpack, then it's ready to be checked each day and each night. The students will also be able to make their lunch choice daily, or they can pack a lunch. The lunch menus are here on the district website, and they have enjoyed doing that so far. So I think the lunch numbers will help to make that line go smoother, and those will be coming home this week to practice so they can memorize their lunch number. This is a sample schedule of our day. Sometimes things change and we have to move things around a little bit. Our related arts time does stay the same. Um, and I always like to think of the word PALM for PE, art, library, music. So that is the rotation, PALM. So if you can remember that word, that kind of helps to keep your rotation in line. But I'll also send that to you in our weekly update. Mask break, that was from last year's schedule, but we do take a short outdoor brain break time to get outside for fresh air. So that's a little break at the end in the afternoon. Many of you have already realized that you've gotten a new email, but this is the new email system of how the students are. Let me know if you need any help with their new name, or their new email. Clever is also something that we've been using since last year. It's a great resource where we can put all of our websites on one page, and this is my page on Clever. and they're able to log in. We haven't started that yet, but they'll be able to log in with their email and everything on this week, hopefully, if we can get everyone logged on. But you're welcome to see it at home as well. The following slides just give a little bit more information about the curriculum. I will not go over every little piece of the slide, but I will mark, or I will comment on a couple of them that are a little bit different this year. So reading, as we said, is our number one focus in first grade. Um, Much of our time is learning how to read and becoming stronger readers. This just shows you the difference in a passage level reading of a level 3 versus a level 16 to 18 range. This is where first graders are expected to come in reading. As we know, some are not quite ready to read that yet, and some are reading past this. So every child is different, but this is the standard of coming into first grade, and then at the end of first grade, this is where we would like the students to be. This slide shows just a little strategy to try at home, and we'll send you more things like this as the year goes on. You can try different ways of working with your child. Um, Spelling list, we do not have a spelling list, but we will have words that the students will need to learn by the end of first grade. So we will be assessing in the next few weeks and letting you know what words they could work on. This may also be part of their reading baggies, their book baggies that come home. They might have a few cards to learn or a few words to learn. So that'll be a little bit different. But in first grade, we don't really do what's called like a spelling test. We will just work with them and help them to learn the words they need to know. But there might also be some practice with that at home as well. We do have a new phonics program in Dublin. It is called 95% Core Phonics. And this gives a little bit more information about the phonics program. It is taught to every student, and there are explicit instructions on how phonics and phonological awareness are taught, and some of that high frequency word practice is built into it. And it's going to be a great program, so that we'll be starting that very soon as well. Writing workshop is usually one of my students' favorite times of the day. The students will learn how to write with focused mini lessons and enjoy um, practicing and sharing, and they always look forward to that time. Mrs. Murphy is our reading recovery and reading support teacher who works with first grade students. This gives a little bit more information about her role at Old Sawmill, and she will be supporting our students. Some of you worked with her in kindergarten, so she also works with first graders. So in the next few weeks, you may hear from her if your child will be working with her. Math workshop in Dublin City Schools is also like reading workshop. We do a lot of mini lessons, practice time, lots of collaboration, and sharing our mathematical thinking. Mrs. Trimble is our title math teacher, and she also provides extra support to students in the area of math, and she We'll also perhaps send home a permission slip if she's going to work with your child in math this year. We'll wait for after our MAP testing results. And this is just from the elementary math intervention and support. Science and social studies is built into our day. Much of our time can be taught, some of the science and social studies standards can be taught while we're teaching reading and also writing. But these are just some of the standards that we will learn about in science this year. And later in the year, we'll do some other fun scientist of the week. Mrs. Hanks is our school counselor. She's available for anyone needing help. She'll be in the first grade classrooms about once a month, one or two times a month to do lessons with all first graders, and then she will also do small groups throughout the year. So please visit her website here for further information. And then a couple of other teachers here in the building. Our related arts teachers are here, and we see them on a 4-day rotation. And then Mrs. Chapman and Mrs. Spencer are our curriculum coaches, and they work really well with first grade. They come in and help us do a lot of new units that we're doing and provide additional support to the teachers and offer us great teaching ideas and curriculum ideas around math and reading. So that is about it. I'm sure there's going to be other things that I think of later. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I'll send you weekly emails, like I said. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.